Clark and Perry.
In the place.
Clark and Perry. Do what it takes. Clark and Perry invite you to stay.
And explore the artistry in everything, live, on location alongside the Windy City's finest. Produced with the support of TELUS STORYHIVE. Available on YouTube and TELUS Optic TV on demand. For a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the Windy City's finest. I'm Perry, he's Clark, and you are...
Ahona.
Yeah. That's awesome. No, thank you so much for meeting with us, and thank you to all of our viewers tuning in, be it through the live stream or otherwise. We're just going to get to know you for this first segment. So yeah, we have a few questions, and I think we can just dive in if that's cool with you. Awesome. Our first question is, what's your love language?
Words of affirmation. I love a good compliment. I love a good praise. It just makes me feel so nice.
And like, do you look for this in your friend group, in your family? Like, do you talk about this a lot or not really?
I try not to. I try not to seek out any words of affirmation, but when they come, oh man, does it feel so good. Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh yeah. It's just a question to kind of get to know, how you interact with people, or like what means a lot to you when you're interacting with people, for sure. And I imagine, because you're also an actor, right? And so I think there may be a perception as actors, and I'm an actor too, of like, when you get feedback as an actor and it means a lot, is that harder, or do you take it to heart, or?
I try not to take it to heart. I do my best to keep everything like, this is to make me better. This is to make me feel like confident in myself. So I take it, I don't try to personalize it or internalize it. I do my best to like keep my head down, stay humble, keep working. Whatever feedback, criticism comes my way, take it or leave it. It might help me, it might not. I don't know.
And at the end of the day, I guess like you're doing a job as well. So it's not like it's not always a commentary on you personally, but it may be your work as a So it's a little easier to not take it to heart. Maybe. Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
I try to. I'm not saying I'm perfect at not taking it to heart.
Not at all. Yeah. No, awesome. Our next question is, who has been a significant influence or role model in your life?
Cliche, not cliche answer, my mom.
Yeah.
She just is so inspiring. She like is always busy, always working. She is a Girl Guide leader. She's a Toastmaster speaker. She's a teacher. She's this and that. She does so many things. She helps out at my like siblings' casino events. Right. Like she just does everything, and I want to do everything too. So
you have that kind of role model. He's kind of modeling that kind of behavior. And like, is there anything else you want to share about that?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, I guess like a question, if I put it into a question, would be like, do you feel like you're more like your mom, or more like your dad, or a combo of both? I feel like a lot of people are just a combo of both.
I think I'm a little bit more like my mom, just because, I don't know, she and I spend a little more time together. I don't drive, so whenever I'm home, she's always driving me places, which is so kind. So we just get more time together, I think. And I feel like I have like the same drive she does, where it's like, I want to always be moving. I want to always be doing something. I want to always like either help myself or help someone. I just like, idle hands are not my thing.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Very similar. It sounds like, my mom would drive me to karate and to soccer. And my mom would drive me everywhere. So shout out to moms.
Shout out to moms.
And dads and who are guardians being there. Good job.
Yeah.
No, awesome. Our next question is, what is a defining memory that shaped who you are today?
I've got tons. Tons, but I always have a hard time thinking of them when I'm asked. But I feel like the most, or at least the one I can think of right now, is doing Taekwondo with my dad and my sibling. It was a real like bonding activity for all of us, and we like, because my sibling is 6.5 years younger than me, and my dad and I don't really do activities together. It's always school or work or whatnot. So Taekwondo was a really good like through line between the three of us, and like all different ages. We had like something in common. We had a like for something. It was very supportive and very like comforting, knowing that not only my dad and sibling are doing this, but I'm doing it too. And
Yeah.
I think we like learned how to, I don't know. we just
Learned how
learned
to-
together.
Yeah, it sounded like I'm hearing like this idea of like a through line between the three of you.
Yeah.
And almost, I don't know if it's the right word, but like a way of communicating with one another.
Totally.
Even if that's like not with words per se, but just like spending time together.
Yeah, in the car, sweaty afterwards, talking about
Yes.
sparring. It was great.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's inspires a memory for myself, and I used to do karate. And yeah, no, there's something about sparring and like, I don't know in Taekwondo, and maybe we'll talk about it later. But do they have like katas or an equivalent to a kata, like a form
What
of
is a
movements?
kata?
In karate, it's like a form of
We have
movement.
patterns.
Patterns,
I think that
maybe?
might be a similar thing.
Mhm.
Each belt gets a different pattern of
Yeah.
movements.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. And just like, it's like the same sequence of things. You're learning the same thing, but I feel like people approach it differently, or they need different input in order to
Right.
remember it. And I don't know, did you experience any of that with your family then?
A little bit. I felt like the three of us learned things very differently from each other. And so
Yeah.
when we were in the same class together, which was rare because we were such different ages, but when we were always able to like help each other and look out for
Right.
each other and give some advice here, or say, your foot's a little off there if they're behind me and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think like us with our three different styles of learning our patterns and like executing our patterns, we were able to like help each other with our own tidbits. And like,
Yeah.
I think of it this way, and I'm like, that's a great way to think of it.
Yeah.
That's a very good visual for me that I
Yeah.
now have for my future patterns.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice. Any words of affirmation from your family during class?
Not mostly after class. During
After
class, we kept it strict and professional.
Nice.
Here's something to help you right now. And then
Nice.
afterwards, we were like, good job. That was
Right
really
on.
good.
That's
really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Right on. I think another question that comes to mind for me regarding Taekwondo, and I know we'll get to it later, but do you feel like what did you learn from that practice? Because it's a very old practice and a very old sport, or
martial art.
Martial arts,
Yeah.
and so there's tradition there, and I just like, is there anything you feel you really took away from that experience?
Well, Taekwondo isn't just a body martial art. It's also like meant for your mind and developing your like moral character.
Right.
It has these 5 tenets that you have to follow. And that's just kind of like a guide for becoming the best type of person you can be. So while there's a lot of like physical exercise and a lot of like technique in it, it's also like training for your mind and for your like personality and becoming a kind person, a strong person, someone who stands up for themselves and others. You get confidence from it. I think that's the biggest thing. I learned my confidence and self-esteem from Taekwondo.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no doubt comes in handy as an actor.
Mhm.
And like physical
Totally.
awareness, I'm sure. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
I was pretty soft-spoken before I took Taekwondo. I still am a little bit.
Yeah.
But it really like brought me out of my shell. You got to be vocal. You got to be powerful.
Right.
So that helped me a lot.
What's it called when you're like on an impact? Do you exhale? on
We
an
do.
impact?
It's always
Oh.
like a
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, I can feel it from here.
yeah, good,
That's
good. That's
awesome.
what you want.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and no doubt, yeah, it comes in handy as an actor where you got to project and like, yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Next question.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. What do people learn about you with time? So, like, are there any special skills or fun facts? Or
This is a hard one for me to answer because I feel very unaware of myself. When I'm not actively working or in school learning something, I don't know what I like really do in my free time. I guess someone would learn that I am very like, this is in my work with like clowning, puppetry, and mask, but I also like include a lot of those in my everyday life and my personal life. Like I'm a very expressive person, and I feel like I switch between different masks a lot of the time. They might learn that I can roll my tongue. They might learn, yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Skills and talents, I'm not too sure.
That's fair. No, that's all good. No, yeah. What I'm hearing is kind of like, it sounds like you a lot of what people will just kind of get right off the bat from you. It sounds like that's more or less it. Like you're very open and honest about stuff, and like you integrate it into your personal life, like your work and stuff. Like you integrate that into your personal life. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah. I try to be. I try to be as like much of myself all the time as possible.
Yeah. Interesting.
Try to.
We all try. We all.
Sometimes I get a little nervous.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I guess on that note, like, do you feel like, and I know this is like a binary, but like a extrovert and introvert classic discussion. But like,
I'm an extrovert in a good mood. I really love socializing when I feel positive, but when I like hit like a seasonal slump or am just feeling kind of down, I become very introverted, no contact, hard to talk to people. So I'm primarily an extrovert, but I do have my limit. Yeah. I do have my bar where I feel it and I'm like, time to go home.
Yeah.
It's time to go home.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair.
But I love spending time with people too. But I don't like talking all the time. So I guess.
So you like to listen sometimes.
Sometimes, but sometimes I love to talk a lot, Dan. I don't know. Both.
Yeah. And is there anything like so? I know from our discussions in the past, like you're interested in TYA theater, which is theater for young audiences. Is there anything you want to add to that or from those kind of talks?
Well, I got into TYA very recently. I want to say 3-4 years ago with an outdoor performance. And that was my first introduction to like puppetry and stuff, and like actually acting for a primarily children audience. And it just is so fun. It's like, I think all theater is play, but this one really feels like I'm just playing around and goofing around. I really enjoy the way it makes me feel, like creatively. I feel the most creative when I'm doing TYA.
Nice.
It feels like the rules are just, it can be anything. It's your imagination. It can be anything.
And I'm assuming like the audience, they'll just go with you on that journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you believe it, they'll believe it.
Yeah, interesting. And then like, kind of the ingenuity of like how you can use an object or an item and bring life to it, and interesting. Yeah. And like, I don't know, I'm kind of forming a thought here in my head, so bear with me here. But, because what I'm hearing there is like this very playful nature, and it's like maybe you know the rules, but you can break them. And I'm just seeing like a parallel there between that and like, you know, Taekwondo and the kind of perhaps more rigid structure of that. And just like, it sounds like kind of a duality. And I don't know if you've ever thought about that.
I haven't, but you're right. It is kind of two different things made one type of person situation.
Interesting. Anyway,
cool.
Maybe there'll be a thought on that later, but right on. Cool. What's a unique experience or adventure you've been a part of?
A unique experience or adventure I've been a part of. I recently went whitewater rafting with my family. It was my second time going. The first time when I was like 7, 8, 9. And it was my dad and a bunch of his friends or something. And I was just sitting at the front getting splashed with water. But it's such a like unique kind of sport, I suppose it is. I feel like I don't see much of it around, especially like in Alberta. There isn't very many places to go whitewater rafting around here unless you like go somewhere.
Right. Did you go in Alberta, or did you have to go
Well, I'm just contradicting myself now. There is a place in Calgary where we just raft down the river. There's some company I can't remember the name of, but the 4 of us went. It was very leisurely. We got to go as fast as we wanted. We were all rowing. And it was just a good like bonding time as
Yeah.
well, like confined in this little raft with the four of
Yeah.
us, having to communicate, like turn here, hold your paddle here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just very fun, very
And-
close.
Yeah, and this was
Mhm.
with your family.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Do you
I've only ever gone with my family.
No, that's fair. Would you
Mhm.
go with other people?
I'm sure I would. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be. I usually rely on my dad to like say what's up though,
Yeah.
and like give me the directions and whatnot. But
Mhm.
I'd go with friends. I just
Yeah.
wouldn't be the leader.
No, for sure. And you'd have to be in a good mood.
Gotta.
Yeah.
Gotta.
For sure, for sure. And like, again, like another thought in my head there was like, do you feel like your experience like in Taekwondo and like that time that you were able to spend with your family, do you feel like in any way that came in useful on whitewater rafting in such a like different, unfamiliar exercise? Like,
I think so. There were like for sure moments where it reflected back to the three of us did our own things in our own ways, but helped each other out.
Mhm.
Like it was my siblings' first time going rafting, and I had gone one time before not participating, and my dad had gone one time before fully participating.
Mhm.
So it was like again that chain we had when we did Taekwondo of my dad like gives me a little tip, I look over at Anya, I give them a little tip. They look over at me and they're like, "Are you supposed to do it like this?" And I'm like, "You're so right. I am supposed to do it like this."
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a good back and forth like we did
Mm.
with our martial arts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. Next question
Hmm.
is how do you cope when the going gets tough?
I'm working on it.
As we all are. Yeah.
I don't have a very like I don't have a routine to help me get out of ruts. I
Yeah.
usually just spend a lot of time alone, a lot of like reflecting, a lot of music.
Mm.
I mostly just try to like keep my head down and keep working because I know there'll be a version of me after it's over who's like, okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's keep going. And
Yeah.
I think that like the thing I need is to just keep moving, even though it's hard to. I don't like idle hands. I don't like the
Yeah.
idle hands, Dan. I like keeping busy, and I find that helps me a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe there's something in there of like sometimes when you have a problem, if you focus on it too hard, you won't see the solution.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like it sounds like you kind of like to occupy yourself with something,
Yeah.
even though I know that if I do that, sometimes it's just procrastinating.
Right.
But it gives you time to like mull things over maybe
Yeah.
and think things over. And
I feel like journaling would be really useful to me,
Mm.
but I can never get started.
well, why not?
I
Why do you
just
think that is?
I don't know. I think it's hard.
Yeah.
I know that it's like stress-free and super cash and just write what you feel, but I want to write nice feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to write like nicely organized thoughts. And I think
Right.
that's my problem. I think once I let go of that mindset, I'll be able to journal no prob.
Right.
But I don't want to start a new notebook and not
Right.
know where I'm going with it.
That's what it's for. You
I
can get a
know,
new
I
one.
know.
Yeah.
I
Easier said
don't
than
know.
done.
It's
Yeah.
such cute covers though.
Yeah.
I don't want to start on a cute journal and then forget about it in a month. Ah,
Right.
what a waste of a journal.
Yeah.
I guess I
yeah.
could pick back up.
You could do, yeah.
I
Or
just-
get a non-fancy journal.
That's true,
I
but
just think,
who wants to journal in a non-fancy journal?
That's fair.
I
that's
keep
very
making
fair.
myself rules
Yeah.
that I don't need to follow. That's my problem.
Hey, we all do it.
Yeah.
We all do it. We all do it. Right on. Cool. Yeah, music. So you said music is kind of a big part of dealing with when times get tough.
Mhm.
You use music. Is there like I know I do the same things, but I'm just curious. Like, is there a specific reason or like a specific genre? Or,
I used to dance for 10 years, so I like was introduced to a lot of different kinds of music, and I'm also a big daydreamer. So
Okay.
I love creating either like choreography, movement to different songs, or just like imagining my life as a movie scene right now on the bus, and like whatever trifle I just went through, going over it with the song and being like, oh, it's not all bad. Mostly like from my daydreaming and dance is how I got into so much music. I don't understand the art though. I wish I did.
Okay.
I just love her. I love music, but
Wait,
I don't
who?
get it.
Who?
Music.
Wait, the
The
art?
the beauty of music. I love her, but I just don't get her.
Oh,
You know what I
see
mean?
what you're saying. Yes, I do. Yes.
I can't play guitar, but oh,
Yeah.
does it make me cry?
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Cool. On the flip side, complete flip side of that, how do you celebrate when life's running smoothly?
I get extroverted.
Yeah. Right on.
I really like put myself out there. I make plans. I initiate the plans. I try to like go on walks and stuff. I try and consume new media. When I'm in my ruts, I notice I like to watch the same things over and over again because I'm not really like learning anything. I just know what's happening. I know what to expect, and that's good. So I find that when I'm like in a good mood and when life is running smooth, I like just expose myself to more things.
Going back slightly, like what would be one of your things that you always come back to when you're in a rut? Like for me, I know it's like The Office or Friends or something.
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
They just love each other so much.
Yeah,
they are such a sweet family.
Yeah.
So cute. I love them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But no, I love that kind of change though. Yeah, you'll come back to the same thing, and again, you're not alone. Like, but then the contrast of that when you know life's running smoothly, it sounds like it gives you a bit more capacity to seek new experiences and you know find new media or new shows or music to consume and interesting. Awesome. I think we can just jump into our next question. That works for you.
Yes.
Our next question is, what are your hobbies and interests outside of work or school?
Oh, good question. Good question. I feel like I do so much work in school that most of my time is laying in bed, playing The Sims, watching TV, that kind of thing. But I really enjoy like consuming art. I haven't been recently because it's just been such a crazy year. But I really try to like go to different events and like kind of be inspired by that. I don't know. I like consuming things. I like making things. I leisurely like work on my puppet making or like my coloring or like I mess around with whatever I have, and I find that that kind of like gets me in a creative mood and like furthers my, or not furthers, but builds my skill a little further in like those different areas, but like at a very like relaxed pace, especially coloring.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of hearing this kind of idea of you know, putting something down but being able to pick it back up at any time, and also that idea of like, instead of being like, okay, I gotta work at this for 5 hours. Instead, you'll just kind of work at it for like 10 minutes. And then you'll come back to it, and you almost don't realize that you've spent 5 hours on it over the course of however long. As opposed to sitting down for 5 hours.
Especially when I'm doing something else, like listening to a podcast or just watching movies and stuff.
Do you ever struggle to like, if you're like multiple things at a time, like is it like too much input, or do you find you just kind of dial things out as you need to and you just kind of zone in?
A little bit. It's too much. I'm a real like ideas starter. I'm not much of a finisher. I have a lot of like drafts in my head of different things that could happen, but I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do it. I just have these like daydreams in my head all the time because of like everything I consume.
Everything that you consume. Interesting. Well, who knows? Maybe those things I'm sure will manifest in some way, shape, or form.
I plan on it. I just don't know how yet.
Do you like? Would you be able to share any of them, or is there an example of something that did manifest in some way? I know that's a very big question. But
there has been like a recent thought I've had. I just started like this playwriting course this semester at the university. And that's been my first experience playwriting and like creating stories not in a devised type of setting. And I have this idea of like, I watched Isle of Dogs, I believe it's called, recently. Have you seen it? It's a stop motion claymation, I believe, of this Isle of Dogs. And the style of it made me like imagine marionettes, but as dogs. And like, I don't know what the story would be even, but something like high stakes, and I like the image of marionettes with them because those feel like a high stakes kind of puppeting kind of thing where you have to be so aware of the strings and so aware of the way your hand moves that if you want to tell this story right, you got to really know what you're doing. But I don't know how to do any of that or anything.
Sure. Do you have any experience with marionettes?
No.
No.
But they look sick.
But
they look great.
Yeah.
They look so cool. I'd like to make one, but I don't know. I'm not sure how.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you know what? I think some of the best ideas I think come from that place of I don't know.
I'll learn someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
You'll find 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there. And next thing you know, you'll be writing a show about some marionette dogs.
Yeah.
In a high stakes situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Right on. So sorry, I think the original question was like hobbies and interests.
Oh right.
No, but you're doing great. But it sounds like like your hobbies and interests are very much aligned with your kind of work in school.
Yeah, that's what I'm like really loving about the work. It's like stuff I like. Yeah. It's stuff I like to do in my free time. It's stuff I like to do with others. Yeah. So there's a lot of overlap. Yeah.
Interesting. It reminds me of that saying of like it's like if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
So true. That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. I feel like there's a question in there of like, why? I know that's a very broad question, but like, why? Assuming that is a goal of yours, like, why? I don't know.
Well, I'm honestly kind of living it right now, especially like aspiring for theater. That's already itself like something that I've always wanted to do. Even if I didn't quite know it. Like I knew I wanted to do something creative in my field, but I just didn't know what. So this has been like a great like career to like just learn things about, and I'm like interested in these things outside of making money, and it brings me like joy outside of work. And so being able to like do it now, even if it's at classes or courses at the university, it's still like, are we even here? Are we just hanging out right now? Are we just playing games and making stuff and devising and like creating stories? It doesn't even feel like I'm doing it for school or I'm doing it for work. It feels like I'm just doing it, which is so good. Yeah.
Absolutely. And like I like as an actor and a creative person myself, I feel like storytelling is such an innate human thing. And so to hear that from you of like it feels normal. It feels like what you're supposed to do. And I think people do it every day. They come up with stories or they retell stories every day. And it's just like what happens when you spend a little more time and energy on how you present the story maybe
someday I know I want to like create and produce my own stuff and like bring my own ideas out into the world, but right now I'm happy just helping others and like doing things together and collaborating.
Awesome. Cool. I think that is all the time we have for our questions here. So again, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much to everybody tuning in, again, be it on the live stream or otherwise. I'm Perry, he's Clark, and this has been
Ahona.
We will see you soon.
Clark and Perry
in the place.
Clark and Perry, do what it takes. Clark and Perry invite you to stay.
And explore the artistry in everything, live, on location alongside the Windy City's finest. Produced with the support of TELUS STORYHIVE, available on YouTube and TELUS Optic TV on demand for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply.